Welcome back. In Module 2, we're diving into the core logic that makes programs truly intelligent and dynamic. We've learned how to store information, and now it's time to teach Python how to think and make choices. This lesson, Making Decisions with Conditional Statements, is your first step into building responsive and adaptive software. By the end of our time together, you'll not only understand how to guide your program's actions, but also how to implement this fundamental concept effectively. Specifically, you will be able to identify scenarios where decision-making logic is crucial, construct basic if, elif, and else statements in Python, and explain how Python evaluates conditions to determine which code path to follow. This foundational knowledge is key to moving beyond simple scripts to creating complex, smart applications. Think of programming a computer like writing a very detailed recipe. Just as a chef makes decisions based on ingredients or cooking progress, your program needs to make choices. For instance, a recipe might say, if the sauce is too thick, add a splash of water. This is a conditional statement in action. In Python, the if statement is how we tell our program to check a condition, and if that condition is true, execute a specific block of code. It's the simplest form of decision-making. We start by defining a condition which Python then evaluates to either true or false. If it's true, the code indented beneath the if statement runs. If false, Python simply skips that block and moves on. This allows your program to adapt its behavior based on the current state or input, rather than following a single, rigid path. While if is great for a single decision, real-world scenarios often require more complex branching. What if our recipe had multiple possibilities? This is where elif and else come into play, allowing your program to handle a sequence of conditions. The elif statement, short for else if, lets you check additional conditions if the preceding if or elif conditions were false. Python evaluates these conditions one by one from top to bottom, executing the code block of the first true condition it encounters. If none of the if or elif conditions are true, the else block provides a default action. It's the catch-all. If nothing else matches, then this code runs. Together, if, elif, and else allow you to build robust multi-path decision logic, ensuring your program can respond appropriately to a wide range of inputs or situations. Let's put this into practice with a common real-world scenario: access control. Imagine building a web application where different users have different permissions. We can use if, elif, and else to manage who gets access to what. For example, if a user's role is admin, they get full access. If their role is editor, they get limited access. And for any other role, or if no role is specified, they get no access at all. This simple structure ensures that our application behaves securely and predictably, guiding users to the correct experience based on their credentials. This is precisely the kind of problem you tackle in our We Do activity, where you'll use a sandbox environment and tools like GitHub Copilot to help structure this logic efficiently. We've covered a lot in this lesson, moving from basic conditional checks to building multi-path decision logic. Today, you learned how to identify situations where decision logic is essential, like our access control example. You also learned how to construct Python's if, elif, and else statements, understanding their distinct roles in guiding program flow. Finally, we explored how Python evaluates these conditions sequentially, ensuring only the appropriate code block executes. These conditional statements are fundamental tools for any programmer, allowing you to create programs that are not just functional, but also smart and responsive. To solidify your understanding, think about